Yes, guys, it is March 6th. This is my second video today, and your boy caught something um, after almost two full days of waiting for the setups to come in. My patience finally paid off, and I caught a lovely 5R overall trade. It actually pushed to freaking 9R or almost 10R, which was insane, but I pushed it out. It wasn't part of my thing anyway. But anyway, this is what I was seeing. Um, this push that broke structure. Like old me would have selected this, but I've realised that these these are very they just don't hold that much. Sometimes they do, but it's just not worth it to risk it, in my opinion. But yeah, price came here. This reversal, I was just like, I feel like I've missed it, whatever. But then I realised, as I saw this happening, I realised this is now liquidity to take. I realised this is now the liquidity that price could take. There's also lots of liquidity there. Told you guys I'd change my liquidity symbol. And then here was the breaker structure. Now the only thing that I was worried about was that this was gonna be a flip zone, because I saw, even though this broke structure, this has now done the same thing. Well, it's about to. So I was like, not sure about this, but this just all made sense to me. That I've got once this takes that, it's gonna come, grab it, come down, take this, and it's just gonna keep going down. And that's exactly what happened. So price came in. It's always scary when price comes in heavy like that, but I just knew that I've missed too many trades, and my entry model isn't about being reserved. It's about being aggressive. So I just had to go for it. And as soon as I saw that, I was just like, shit, okay, this is it now. So this was my position. Could have got a deeper thing, but I was happy with my entry. It did actually come to 50% of the order block, which is always the thing. But I was looking at this on the 15-minute, so realistically my entry was right. For my I don't know. You could argue both, because this actually tapped into 50% of that. So anyway, yeah, even this. Even if it doesn't break structure, this would have been a 3R and then 5.5R there. But I'll show you the reason why I actually closed one position at 2 and one position at 5. But I'll show you why. So this is all hindsight, so it's a lot easier to watch it, and I know how it plays out, so it's a lot easier to watch it. But in the trade, there's lots of retracements. I'm going to drop to the 1 minute just to show the movement that happens. So we're in profit. Oh, Jesus. Is that what happened? Oh, okay. So this is what happened. So, yeah, this is what pissed me off, actually. Is that what happened, really? What? I don't remember this happening. Oh, this is 1R. I'm thinking this is the whole swing. Yeah, I was literally looking at that thinking, hang on, it hit the swing that fast. But yeah, okay, so this is what happened. It come down, saw this lovely push out, and I'm like, yes, okay, cool. But then I noticed this, and you can see it on the 5 minute as well, that this here, if I just move that out of the way, this here is a little order block for this push that broke this structure here. So I was like, this is a sticky one now. So as I saw this big candle come down, I was still, obviously I expected that anyway. Once I saw that reversal, I was like, okay, at the very least, we're gonna come to this level here. And then I saw this rejection, and I held for a little, but then I was just like, okay, like I'm gonna close. Like I think it came back around to, where did it come to? I think it came to about here when I closed. I'm sure it was a 4-4. Yeah. So I closed at 2R. Hindsight, I should have waited. This it's funny because this trade, like, every time I'd close, like 2 minutes later, there would be a massive push, and it was just like, oh, if I would have literally waited 2 more minutes, I would have squeezed a bit more out of it. But anyway, that was my first position close. Yeah, I did leave quite a bit of money on the table. I should have stuck to my plan, but because I saw, the plan can only take you too far. Like I saw opposing confluences, so I just thought, you know what, just to be safe, let me just close at the first position there, which was £115. The risk on two positions, I had two positions at 100 each, so I was risking 200. This is the mad thing about true forex funds, like the spread and the commission actually make something that should be 2R, it comes out more at like 1.5 or something. So that's the only, yeah, this is the rubbish part about true forex funds. It's cheap to buy the accounts, but the commissions just suck compared to FTMO, which is like half the price commissions, and the spreads are better on FTMO. But anyway, back to this. So yeah, I saw that happen, and then we started retracing. I was like, have I done the right thing? At that point, I was like, yeah, I think I've done the right thing. Anyway, move my stop loss to break even. I was like, once I've locked that in, like, if price comes back up there, no, it's invalid anyway, so whatever. And then I saw this happening, and this is coming to my first take profit that I should have been taking. So I was like, now do I close this? The reason that I didn't close is because I saw all of these relatively equal lows, and I just thought that is just waiting to be swept. Look how many times this bounces off this, like during this little consolidation period. I was thinking this is just absolutely waiting to be swept. So do you know what? I'm gonna leave this here, the stop loss, actually, because I want to see the risk to reward ratio. Yeah, I was just waiting for this to be swept. Bearing in mind, like, this is easy to watch back, but when price is doing these small retracements, even though it's small, it's just like, it's scary, man. And like I saw this, I was just like, oh fuck, like I should have closed my second position there, but I just thought, okay, I've closed early on the first one, let me just like hold this one out. Like, I'm not gonna lose money today, I just might not secure as much profit as I thought I would. But because of this liquidity, I just thought I've got to just stick to this. Like, it makes sense to stick to it, and I did, and it worked out beautifully. Price carried on going. Now, sometimes I debate whether I should target the low, but sometimes I target like the bottom of the candles. That's always safer than the wicks, but even though that's right next to it. But again, I saw this potential of an order block, even though realistically, look, it didn't break any structure. Like, I just thought, you know what, let me just lock in profit. I'd rather lock in 5R instead of 5.6. That tiny risk versus watching it all come back, which I know that it can do. So I just thought, fuck it, let me close like around there. And yeah, hold. And then again, exactly the same thing happens. So I'm holding. I'm like, shit, like, is this gonna tap? Close there, literally. Watch this. Look at that. Like, literally 2 minutes after I close, you get these ridiculously massive candles, which would have took the risk to reward. Literally, if I just held for 2 more minutes, I would have got 7 instead of 5. but you know, it's all hindsight. I didn't know that was gonna happen, and then yeah, just to show you, it completely just didn't stop, and eventually went to like 10R. Did that hit for 10? Yeah. So yeah, it could have been a monster today, but you know, I closed safely. Sometimes there's profit left on the table. I might start like having 3 positions and like having one as a runner. But yeah, happy with this trade, really happy with it. And we go again tomorrow. One good trade,